And in 1 Corinthians 15, he not only talks about the resurrection and says, whether it's the apostles or me, this is what we're preaching. He goes on and he says in verse 20, Christ is the first fruits of the dead. In verse 23, the rest of us are going to be resurrected at Jesus' coming. So the way we are going to be raised is the way Jesus was raised. And what's really interesting, Paul elsewhere is going to talk about at the end of 1 Corinthians 15 and in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verses 13 through 17, he says Christ is going to bring back with him those who have died as Christians prior to his second coming. But he says, then he's going to raise them from the dead. Well, what do you mean he's going to raise them from the dead if he's bringing them back with him? Well, he brings their spirits. When we die, our spirit leaves our body and goes to be with Christ. When he returns, he brings back our spirits with him, puts our spirits back in our corpses, which he then resurrects and then transforms into this immortal, glorious, powerful body that's animated or empowered by the Holy Spirit. So it's a bodily resurrection that we're going to be experiencing when Jesus returns. And the way we are raised is the way Jesus was raised because he's the first fruits. So it's a bodily resurrection. And so we can see the earliest apostles were preaching the bodily resurrection of Jesus. And of course, if you've got a bodily resurrection, you've got an empty grave.